What's up, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. And I'm finally back, y'all. And miss y'all. And last week I took a break off. I went out on a vacation to visit family, and plus it was a family funeral, So it was a lot of things going on, but I'm back, y'all. So for this week's episode, we're gonna be touching on everything that was mentioned the last week, and then also we're gonna go over everything that happened this week. So let's get started, y'all. So first off, we want to congratulate the Golden State Warriors as they beat the Boston Celtics to win their seventh championship overall, but fourth as the Golden State Warriors. So a huge congratulations there. So Steph Curry wins his fourth title. He's tied with LeBron, and then like I mentioned, seventh because they had two different names before they changed their name to Golden State. So technically, they have 7 titles. And they beat out the Chicago Bulls, who currently has 6. So that is a huge compliment there. So a huge once again, congrats to the Golden State Warriors for winning their for 4th title as Golden State. So and then next up we got to talk about is I've been discussing this on the Respect the Comment podcast, so we're gonna bring this up. So Vince McMahon has stepped down as CEO of WWE with a lot of allegations going on around an affair he had with another woman, and he paid money to keep her mouth shut. But now is an investigation to see like whose money did he took it out from? Well, did he took it out of WWE's money? Or no, who will know? And then of course John Laurinaitis and who else? Bruce Pritchard was on this investigation. So with all that, everything is going on. Vince McMahon stepped down as CEO. John Laurinaitis got fired as EP talent relations. So Bruce Pritchard is now the interim EP of talent, in charge of talent relations, and Vince McMahon's daughter Stephanie McMahon is now the interim as the CEO, and then also Triple H is back as head in charge of NXT. So a lot of things going on in the wrestling world, and of course you can listen to everything that we discuss on the Respect the Combat podcast if you're a fan of wrestling there. So you guys can check out that point. But I don't know what's gonna happen to Vince. I mean, don't get me wrong, he beat out another wrestling company. He got away with murder. He beat the federal government court. So I don't know how you gonna beat this one. Only time will tell. So folks, and moving on to the next topic, so that we can move on from this bad situation. So Chris Evans is open to return as Captain America. He also was open to return as Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four, but we'll see. But let's talk about Captain Marvel first. So this is what Chris Evans had to say. That seems to be something people would like to see. I don't want to disappoint anyone, but it's a tough though. It was such a good run, and I'm so happy with it. It is so precious to me. It had to be perfect. It would be just scary to write something like this again. So dear to me, that role meant so much to me. So to revisit it, it will be a tall order. So I don't know where that's gonna land. If they do, I think. Oh man, I think Endgame was a perfect send off for Captain America, Steve Rogers. But only time will tell, because right now, like in an MCU, we are in the multiverse. So Only time will tell. Bob Chapek fired DC executive is rumored to be next. So let's see what they talk about here. And this is from IndieWire. Suddenly, former chairman wasn't a good fit. According to one person with knowledge of the decision who spoke into IndieWire under the condition of immunity, the sources told us that Rice was a bit of a bully and not very well liked within Disney. This is not a universal option. Within an industry where many people find Rice to be charming, intelligent, and smooth, Chapek didn't always have everyone's confidence. Amongst the entering talking points surrounding Rice also is the fact that just months ago, certain Hollywood circles were abuzz with the opinion that Rice may replace Chapek. Our sources were the knowledge to shake out knowledge, such as chatter of Rice replacing Chapek, did not go unheard with DC's higher rankings. It did not play in a role. So, again, you know what? Let's just move on. So, Squid Games announced that season 2 is officially been announced by Netflix, and they also announced a live game show of the Squid Games. But let's talk about what Joe Blood had to say regarding season 2. Squid Games was a lightning in the bottle. Who could have predicted that this sub-Korean series would become a worldwide phenomenon, dominating pop culture for weeks after its fall 2021 debut. It is one of those shows whose success is hard to duplicate, and in a move like that shouldn't surprise anyone, Netflix officially announced yesterday that Squid Game Season 2 is underway. In a letter of the fans posted by Netflix, showrunner Howard Durham revealed that some of the first details about the show. Among the reviews that were the fact that star Lee Jordan-Jane has returned to the lead of Jin Han, while the frontman, who Korean megastar Lee Byung-hun played, is also set to return, in addition to some new characters. So, I cannot wait for season 2, and hopefully we get some more news and behind the scenes look of Squid Games season 2 movie coming forward, and then after that we can finally get a release date for that as well. Oh man, here comes another bad news. Authorities can't locate Israel Miller to serve in court. Jesus Christ. This is what the LA Times has reported. Chasing Iron Eyes said he and the court has no idea of knowing where Takaka and Ezra are to gain help from jurisdictions to serve and enforce the order, which bars Miller and contacting and harassing Tucker and chasing Iron Eyes and Jumping Eagles for 30 days. Miller is also ordered to stay 100 yards away from the family's residence at this time. According to the Domestic Violence Protection Order, the court will grant a release request impending for the restraining order if Miller doesn't appear at the hearing. It cites a Fellow Violence Against Women Act, which gives the order brand jurisdiction nationwide. Jesus Christ, this is coming crazy. And I just heard a rumor that that the Flash movie might go straight to HBO Max. Again, that is just a rumor, and it's still slated to release on June 23rd next year. But we'll just have to wait and see if this rumor is going to be true. It's by not releasing in theaters and go straight to HBO Max. But we'll have it. Hopefully we get some more story there. But moving on. Penton 3 officially coming in with a new title. So this is what the Hollywood Reporter has reported. Breakout the band Paddling 3 has found its director. Award-winning commercial filmmaker Don Wilson has been tapped to direct the latest installment of the hit family film franchise for Studio Cabra and Haiti Films, titled Put in Peru. Wilson will be making his theatrical film debut on the project after a long career in music videos and commercial space. Wilson is taking over directing duties from Paul King, who was behind the first Paddle live action films, is currently working on Warner Brothers' Charlie and the Chocolate Factory prequel, Walker, which stars Timmy Catchell. So, this is very interesting, and we'll see how that goes. But moving forward, One Punch Man live action movie is coming from director James Lin. So, this is what Screen Rant has reported. Justin Lin, known for his work with the Fast and the Furious franchise, is set to direct a live-action movie adaptation of the beloved manga anime series One Punch Man. One Punch Man follows Samantha, a superhero so strong that he can defeat any enemy with just one punch. He's seeking a worthy opponent that has gone boring to defeat unchallenging foes in his fight against evil. The manga has been turned into an acclaimed animated series already and video game. Now Sega is getting his own live action movie. So, oh man, I'm excited, but yet again, I'm still scared at the same time, because when they do live adaptation movies based on anime series, it don't turn out good as well. So I'm just hoping this movie comes out really good. If not, all anime fans, including myself, will be pissed. That's all I got to say about that. But like again, I said, I'm excited, but at the same time, scared. So moving on. So we got some news on Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and this is coming from IndieWire. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in theaters June 2nd, 2023, stars Jason Sabran as the baddie, The Spot, inspired by the ink blot on canvas. Co-directors Jordan DeSemos, Keith Powers, and Justin K. Thomas unrevealed the character, voiced by Gene Swartman. During the anime presentation, including a 15-minute of the progress footage screened for the first time. The Spot is one of the deep cuts in the Spider-Man Rogue Gallery. Co-director Camp said, "It is first reported by Variety, but he has some superpowers that is really excited our team. His entire body is covered by little interdimensional portals that can send him anywhere he wants to go." So this is really interesting, but let's see how that character looks when Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse opens June 2nd. Lady Gaga is in talks for Joker 2 as Harley Quinn, and they talk about making a musical. Oh my god. So this is Variety has reported. Lady Gaga is in early negotiations to join Joker as Joker's partner in Madness, Harley Quinn, for what that will be a musical sequel to director Tom Phillips' 2019 blockbuster. Speculation that Harley Quinn will appear in the movie first bubble into the surface after Phillips posted a cover of the screenplay to Instagram on June 7th. The subtitle for the rest refers to share a delusional disorder and Joker's only real companion, and other than the Batman anyway, has been Quinn, a character that was first created for the Batman anime series in the early 1990s. Now, listen, I got no problem with Lady Gaga being Harley Quinn. She's a fantastic actor, and I know she's gonna do great. But my problem is making it a musical. We do not need this to be a musical. We do not. Okay? Maybe you could just have one scene where Joker and Harley Quinn are dancing around New York, and you can make that scene and make that feel musical anything. That's fine. But other than that, no. It cannot be a musical. It has to be dark as it was the first movie and everything. So just keep it at that. Do not make it a musical. Please. Whatever you guys do, do not do it. Alright? So moving on. DC's live action Hercules movie got a new director in Guy Ritchie. So this is what Variety has reported. Guy Ritchie, who directed DC's Aladdin in 2019, is set to direct the upcoming live action adaptation to the 1997's film Hercules. Variety has confirmed, as Variety previously reported, Avengers Endgame directors Joe and Anthony Russo, AGBO, is producing the film being developed by Disney, which hired a specialist, David Kacha, to write the first draft. ABG is in progress of hiring an additional writer. So I'm excited for the live action Hercules. If the rumor is true, I hope they bring back Danny DeVito as Phillips, who is also Hercules' mentor. So let's hope. And we still don't know who's actually going to play Hercules himself, but we'll see how that goes. Top Gun hits second biggest fourth weekend in the box office history. So this is what Comic Book has reported. According to the box office analyst JD Pandora on Twitter, Top Gun Maverick earned $44 million at the domestic box office in its fourth weekend in theaters. Only 3 other movies in the box office history has earned more than $40 million in their fourth weekends in theaters, including Avatar, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and Marvel Studios' Black Panther. These earnings also made Top Gun Maverick the second highest earning film weekend in theaters of all time, just behind 2010's Avatar overall. Maverick boosts a domestic box office score of $462.6 million. That is a great record. And with this record, they might do a sequel. We don't know. Why Lightyear fell short in the box office expectations? Well, let's find out. And this is what NBC News has reported. The film was expected to open near to $70 million in the U.S. and Canada. According to the industry analyst, Toy Story 4 launched to a commanding $120.9 million in June 2019, according to ComSource, a firm that tracks box office data. Paul Duran, a senior media analyst at ComScore, said some filmgoers may not have recognized that Lightyear was a spin-off to the popular Toy Story saga, while others might have expected to premiere on the streaming service of Disney Plus, like the 3 previous Pixar movies Soul, Luca, and Turning Red. He struck the optimistic note, however, despite coming in with a low than expectation weekend, Lightyear should have benefited in coming days as word getting out to family audiences who may not entirely make Toy Story connections that the film will be available or the film only be available in theaters. Now, that's not the only situation. I think the other problem is that a lot of political and politicians got into this. Listen, we got no problem with movies being diversity, but I think the real problem is that when you try to make something woke, people are not gonna be want to watch it. And when you make it very woke political, yeah. So I think that's another reason that but Lightyear fell short in the box office. But it is what it is. Warner Brothers to move on from Ezra Miller. But what about the Flash movie? So, yeah, well, we did talk earlier, like I said, about the rumor of the Flash movie going to HBO Max. But let's touch on this real quick. This is what Deadline has reported. There is a no winning in this for Warner Brothers. One studio sources tell us that the inherited problem for Zaloff, the hope that is the scandal will be made at a low level before the movie is released, and hope for the best to turn out. Sources say that even no more allegations surface, the studio won't likely keep Miller in the Flash movie role in future DC films. That would mean replacing him in the future, but there is still $200 million investment on the line, which first within the first film, and Warner Brothers executives have been cringing at each new press report. So, like I said before, well, I'm just gonna wait on if this movie gonna be a HBO Max release or be a theatrical release. We don't know. That's why I'm waiting for it to hear. AMC shareholders reject CEO's salary in a massive rebunk, and this is what Deadline has reported. AMC Entertainment shareholders have sent a message to the company's CEO, Adam Aron, by voting a decisive to reject a compensation package in a SEC filing. The company said that the voice yesterday at the company's shareholder meeting was conducted on a non-being advisory basis, meaning that it doesn't compel to AMC to take any actions. Aron's total pay fell to $18.9 million in 2021 for $20.9 million in 2020. Given a chance to weigh in on the compensation of Aron and C-site colleagues, however, the holders of 86.9 million shares voted against it, while 52.1 million in favor of 5.9 million adapters. So, let's just move on from that. Jason Blum wants to make a new Nightmare on Elm Street remake with Robert Eggers. So this is what Movie Web has reported. While discussing Blumhouse's new movie, The Black Phone, Blum was asked about how he made it clear that he wants the rights to two 80s horror franchises and responded, "I really do. I am back on this." The question of Robert Eggers possibly being out of the picture to reprise the role that fans want him to see play as. Blum responded, I could make him come back. I can get anyone to come back. I mean, Ellen Brooks was 87, and I got her to come back in The Exorcist. Yeah, 75, he's young. So, I hope not only Jason Blum wants to gets the rights to Nightmare on Elm Street, but also Friday the 13th as well. So hopefully we get some more news on that, and well, we hope Jason Blum gets the rights to it, because he's been doing great with the Halloween franchise and its current series. But hopefully we'll get some more news on that and see if he can get the rights to not only to Elm Street, Exorcist, and also Friday the 13th, and many other horror franchises. Chris Evans said he would love to return as Johnny Storm over Captain America. So, like I said before, at first he wanted to return as Captain America, but he also wanted to return as Johnny Storm. But they say he wants to do Johnny Storm more over Captain America. But let's see what Variety has to say. Look, I would love it. Chris Evans about playing the Human Torch again. I would love it. That would actually be an easy sell to me than coming back as Cap. You know what? You know what I mean. Cap is so precious to me. And you know, I almost don't want to destroy what a beautiful experience that was. But Johnny Storm, I feel like he don't really get his day. That's what before Marvel really found his footing. So I love that role, and you know, who knows? So, like I said before, we are in the multiverse, the MCU. So a lot of things can happen. We already know that John Krasinski is now the Mr. Fantastic, but we got to see who else is gonna play Invisible Woman, also the Thing, and also the Human Torch. Well, we don't know, but hopefully we get some more details. Marvel's Phase 5 story is about to become clear, says Kevin Feige, and this is what Variety has reported. The MCU boss told Total Film magazine that while clues about the MCU's future has been baked into existence, Phase 4 titles, the larger game plan for the franchise will start taking shape more directly with the remaining Phase 4 titles. As we're nearing at the end of Phase 4, I think people will start to see what our next saga is going to be, Kevin Feige promised. I think there's been many clues already. They are at least apparent to me of where this whole saga is going, but we'll be a little more direct about that in the coming months to set a plan so audience who want to see bigger picture can see a tiny bit more on the roadmap. So hopefully we get some more details on the Phase 5, and we're just waiting on the announcement of what Phase 5 is going to be and where does Phase 4 end at. So again, Top Gun Maverick passes 900 million in just 25 days. And this is what Variety has reported. Paramount blockbuster Top Gun Maverick is still flying at sky-high altitudes, surprising 900 million at the global box office, with 901.8 million in the bank. The sequel to Top Gun's, the sequel to Tom Cruise 1988 action flick Top Gun, stands at the year's second highest grossing movie worldwide, behind Disney's Marvel adventure Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. At this rate, Maverick is poised to overtake the crown in the coming weeks. Even without playing in China or Russia, the 1 billion mark looks like to be in reach. That will be noticeable because only one other Hollywood movie, Sony's Spider-Man No Way Home, has crossed that particular benchmark in the COVID times. So that again, that is a huge record. Like I said, with all the numbers what Top Gun Maverick has been doing, they might do a sequel, but again, we don't know. Let's hope for the best for the future. But other than that, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. If you are watching this episode, this podcast on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when new episodes are uploaded. And also post your comments down below what you think that I just discussed today. And also, if you are listening on Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts, don't forget to go into the YouTube link in the description below, and then you can post your comments there. But other than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off. Peace.